Hello again, MarauderEX with Let's Play Dragon Force. And on this one, we are going to resurrect a castle. Starting off, little ruins there, we're going to go after that. I'm going to go after Vlad, and then I'm going to go after Wen. So, mainly positioning and boring things going on in this video. Sorry, but not every video can be chock full of action adventure. Granted, I'm sure I'm going to get into a couple of meaningless fights in this one, so we'll just play it by ear. Let's see. Anakin, you may remember him from a few videos ago. I tried to recruit him. Apparently one of the other nations succeeded where I failed. That will actually happen a lot. You will see a lot of faces pop up and you fail to recruit them, and then the next turn someone else has them. It will piss you off to no end. I'm sorry, but it will. Alright, and after some sound effects, the castle is there that wasn't there before. It starts off level 1, so you can't hold too many troops in it. So be very careful keeping people in this castle, because if you have anyone with over 60 troops, then they're not going to be able to refill their troops automatically. Now I'm going to go after Bastion, and yep, this is what he does. He talks about the women and defects instantly. So now he's on my side. I don't know if that counts as a win or not. I really don't. I've never paid that much attention. But I'm going to send him to the far reaches of my kingdom and never deal with him again. His only use is searching or fortifying castles during your domestic affairs phase. Other than that, he's a waste of space, really. And we're going to go down, and we're going to run into Anakin, which means he has no troops, and he's going to be a waste of my time, other than maybe just XP. Let's get this fight over with as quickly as possible. And I apologize again if any of the audio is messing up. I'm still testing what codecs work best with this software that I'm using. I'm having a little bit of syncing issues and a little bit of volume control issues from the master source. Since I'm playing it directly from a Sega Saturn, I'm having to adjust things on the fly. And sometimes I miss and fail miserably, so bear with me while I get everything in order. I'm fairly sure most other Let's Players have had similar instances of screw-ups as they go along. It's not exactly a perfect science at this point. Especially with playing from a system that's, you know, over a decade old at this point, so. Alright, and Anakin is down, which means Junon will probably level with this one. If not, very close to it. I'll level after the Vlad fight, so. But I am going to send Junon back to another castle to refill troops because, Christ. Alright, Skull Children are in the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these guys out of this castle because they are no, even though the Skull Children are cannon fodder, really, these two generals are no match for them. So I'm going to move them out of the way and let the Skull Children have a straight shot to my monarch, and then I'll go and deal with Vlad. I love how this is becoming a exercise in not exactly doing what I want when I want to. There's always something popping in the way. I don't remember this game getting in my way that much as far as specific goal. I think it's only because I'm doing a Let's Play and I'm setting specific goals for specific times. But at this point now I have 100 harpies with Junon. I also have 3 loses. I don't remember losing. I don't remember treating. I remember 1 with Terrace, but I don't remember any others. So if anyone would point out where that would be, I haven't really edited out too much of the video. There's only been an instance between one video where I had to edit out part of the domestic affairs, but I don't think I've had any battles. So if anyone points that out to me, let me know. I'm kind of curious as to where I have 2 losses out of the blue. Alright. See who we can get on my side. And we've got Stegalt, which I'll have to actually give him some more troops, because he still only has 10. But I wouldn't mind sacrificing a couple of awards to boost him up, because he's got more than enough MP and HP to make up for it. He could potentially be a very good addition to my second or even third at this point attack forces. As I'm getting more and more people, I'm going to start waging war on more fronts, because I'm going to be able to deal with the different kingdoms as they come about. I'm probably going to go after Trandor and Highland at the same time, or Bozak and Highland at the same time, depending on how I can get there. There's one castle that's always going to remain independent. It's the castle in between Highland and Bozak. And he is an NPC named Zaxxon. Or Xandon. I don't remember which. Something like that. He has 3 generals. They all have unique portraits, but they don't have anything else unique about them. They suck. They are story-driven. He's got a cursed sword. He's crazy. He's trying to kill everybody, even though he doesn't actually leave that castle. If you want to get that castle, you have to kill him. It's just a pain, really. A couple of monarchs can recruit him. I think if you play as Bozak or Trandor, you can actually recruit him. I'm not entirely sure about that, seeing as I've never really played through the entire game as both of those. I'll just have to take people's words on it. So the only nations that I know for a fact are Highland, Tristan, and Izmo. And I actually haven't played through Izmo. That was a good friend of mine in high school. He picked up the game, played through the entire game as Izumo, and we traded notes back and forth. So that's pretty much my knowledge of it. Every playthrough of this has either been one of those 2 kingdoms. No, I take it back. I also have played through as Goldark once. He gets a really interesting story, and I love his generals. He's got some of the most balanced generals to play with. However, his story is a little more difficult than anyone else's, so take that as you will. Alright, so now, after repositioning, I'm just waiting on the Skull Children to come down. So I'm going to kick the crap out of them. You'll actually finally get to see them. You will see them in the next video. I'm going to cut it here in a moment. And stay tuned for Skull Children bashing.